Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243.
Yep.
205-964-5243. You know.
Good afternoon and welcome to August 8th, 8/8/22. It's not 888, it was 888 a few years back. But anyway, so we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash or credit does not matter. No money, no problem. Credit jacked up, who cares? Low risk, high reward opportunity. And today's topic, can you wholesale pretty houses too? Comments on the thumbnail. A lot of effort goes into that. Brain power. So now you get it when you match the title and the such and such up. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. All right. So if you're here to talk to us, you can text the word Gator to the number 205-964-5243. You can join the live stream. You push to the front of the line. You go VIP like you're at the club. 205-964-5243. And we'll get you in front of everyone. The main thing. Hey, who? They hear me?
They said like it's low on Instagram.
Which one is orange? Which one? Instagram?
Orange.
Okay. Instagram, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Mother. You're about to go out too. You may be short, mother. Can you all hear me? We might have to. Well, it may last as long as this. But anyway, we good. Y'all can hear me now? They still can't hear me?
Is it supposed to be in the headphone or the one that's like?
It's the one closest to the end.
Okay, so that's where it's right.
Yeah, it's close to the end. Mother. All right. Let us know on Instagram if you all can't hear me. Oh, no, we're going to leave it in there. Let's see. We'll fix it. Okay. If we have to go with another thing. All right, so anyway, text the letters MLS to the number 205-964-5243. If you're trying to determine what the hot markets are, and if you want to partner with us targeting listed properties, that is an option. Hopefully more of you all would take advantage of. Trying to set up your LLC, tax deduction, take advantage of more than 250 tax deductions. You want to be in business, look and act like a business. Also, you can establish your business credit. All right. What else we got? The contract. This is the superpower. This is what makes it all happen. Text the word contract to the number 205-964-5243. Been giving this contract away since 2008. On Friday was 14 years I've been putting out content on this channel. August 5th, 14 years. Y'all wow, boy. Oh, that was your birthday? Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, 2008.
Oh, okay.
That's 14, ain't it? Yeah.
See, that's how you can remember my birthday.
Well, actually, that's how I can remember the channel. I remember your birthday first. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
All right. I thought it was the 6th, but it's the 5th. I looked at it the other day. So what were you doing August 5th of 2008?
I was in middle school.
Were you born? And I was sitting in front of a camera on that day. I had no idea. Go back and look at that first video. 14 years. So anyway, what we got?
I don't have any questions yet.
Well, I can talk about the 14 years. So in that time frame, make sure you do this, guys. We don't ask a lot. Can you at least do that? If we got 28 people watching, that means we should have 28 people subscribing. Sharing, liking, following TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We're on LinkedIn also and Pinterest. So, what happened? Oh, nice, cool. Let them do what they're gonna do. Let them do what they're gonna do. The times 3:45 Eastern p.m. Monday through Thursday. Monday through Wednesday. We tried to get this card corrected today, and I dropped the ball on it. But it's 8:05 Eastern is when we go live, just to let you know what times, and tell a friend, invite them over, tell them to come over. The pink one's over there, Jessica.
Yeah, but I didn't charge them.
Well, see how much juice on those. Huh?
Let's go ahead and try.
Yeah.
This.
Okay, while she's making that change on Instagram. Let me see what else we can do here to educate you guys. Okay, you got it. It got pregnant juice on it. Instagram, are you there? We're live from Mars, Venus, Pluto. They said Pluto is not a real planet, didn't they?
Yeah, they took it away.
So how do you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Okay, they say it's better.
That's better. Okay. Woo. Jessica's magical.
The text said. Joseph Wilson from YouTube said that he bought 100 million in Shiba Inu crypto. Wish me luck.
Is he doing a crypto post? Oh, you're in the wrong. Even though we've talked about it a little bit. Oh, he just talking. Okay. Yes, yeah, okay. Oh, that's what we're doing now. Okay. All right. And that's how they say that. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Let's see. This one's from Xavier. He said, I'm more so on the virtual tip. I'm about to head off to college.
Oh, that's what's up, man. You know what? I was text the MLS if you're on the virtual tip, and you can partner with me on that, man. I was listening, and my brother probably ain't watched it, but my mom is, so whatever. I was listening to my nephew. He was telling my brother his classes in college. Now, I only remember one of them, but the rest of them were just as frivolous to me. One of them was the history of Asia, or Asians. I think it's one of them. I'm just listen. I don't know. I'm like, how is that gonna help him make some money? We're not in anything before 1995. If you want to know that, or even before then, you had the library. How? So you don't see that's a waste of actual dollars? This is you got to take this elective. For what?
Yeah.
What if he was majoring in international?
He's not. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now you have something to go, but he's not.
What's his name?
I think what do you call it? I don't know. That's a good question. It ain't that.
But if if it's some kind of commerce, international commerce, it helps to.
And ain't on him. He don't know. He don't know. I'm just talking about the education. Yeah, but I'm saying though, but it's like it's not going to be better options. It's not going to be an option how to manage your finances, how to establish great credit or something like that. It's not like those are going to be options. It's things that you're going to have to actually need to live. I'm like, that is a waste of money and resources. It's more of a waste of resources than money. Well, I guess they're the same thing, but it can be.
Sometimes you need to have common knowledge of certain like historical things. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jessica, that ain't if you got.
I'm not saying that it's not to make money. I'm just saying you should know some history.
So you think after this class he will ever revisit that information again?
No, I'm just saying like you should know certain
some,
but also it should be more emphasis on like teaching you stuff you can like actually use.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of things in history you should know about.
But those are things that you can pursue on your own dime. Now it shouldn't be I gotta pay for that. Like that shouldn't even be an option. That shouldn't even be an option unless I'm going to pursue something in that field to actually generate to take care of a family. Just to expose me to it? No, we don't need that. We beyond that. But you're gonna do 2 years of that, of just taking stuff that has nothing to do with what you're gonna do. A minimum of 2 years.
Especially those math classes where like if you're not making anything mathematical.
It's just like I'll give you another example. So totally different. Like we're beyond, because we ain't got no questions, so I'm gonna just talk. We're beyond the 9 to 5 banking system. We're 24 hours. We've been 24 hours. We're beyond people working at banks or banks. I know they have the customer service, some do or whatever, beyond banking hours, but actual in-person banking, I guess you would say. We're beyond that Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We're beyond, as a society, beyond that. Now, some banks actually do other hours or whatever, but most still don't. It's just like my brother worked at UPS, and he knew for years that they were beyond just Monday through Friday delivery. They eventually went to Saturday, and they now do some Sundays. But it's really a business because of the emergence of e-commerce and people ordering online. It's a 7-day, 24/7 a week, business or whatever. Now I can't tell UPS what to do. They worth who knows how many billions or whatever. But obviously, my point, they're leaving money on the table. But again, I can't tell them. They've been had it figured out. They ain't close to figuring it out based on that or whatever. But some stuff. But that leaves opportunity though. I'm sitting up and complaining, but that leaves opportunities for someone in the banking industry to do something different than everybody else. For someone to come along like Amazon and be able to penetrate a market that was impenetrable. How you say that? Impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? Huh? The dude that started UP. I'm finna say that you ain't gonna learn that. You're not gonna learn that in no school. You talking about me talking? That I ain't paying attention. I went to school 4 years of college. Well, more. I'm sorry, 7 years of college. I ain't got it. I ain't never used the word before. So that's the first time I ever used the word.
I agree. A lot of stuff that you do is useless, but it's something I think general knowledge things.
I get that.
Should absolutely have.
But I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to pay for that. But that's relative though.
Don't have that kind of like strong educational background.
But we have our interests.
But we can tell that all the time.
Well, we have interests. We have interests that we have. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that because of the internet, those type of classes, that's stuff that you do on your own, because that's not going to help me produce income.
You do that on your own. Nobody told you to sign up for that.
Well, yeah, but college is supposed to be to give you an opportunity to get a leg up. but in a lot of you, for most people now, unless you go into in accounting, engineering, medical, what's medical? What am I leaving out? Maybe a lawyer, and I was having a discuss. I was having a discussion, and I couldn't answer the question. Do you, if you can just take the bar and pass it, does that
Some places,
is it that state specific?
yes.
That if you can just forget about college, high school, anything, if you can just take the bar and pass it, that's all you need,
Take
or
law, you have to study under another lawyer. In some states, you can do that.
okay.
You can study under, you kind of be the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So technically, law is sort of a little, it's on the edge.
Like the state of
Yeah.
California, that's how Cuba did it.
Yeah, that's California.
So in the state of California, you can just take the bar and not have.
You gotta be under another lawyer, you gotta study, you gotta be somebody else's apprentice.
Okay.
That's why she calls it when she talks about it the baby bar.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, you all get the point, you know. But anyways, let's get into it.
All right.
I only did that because y'all weren't asking questions, so you give me an opportunity to be me and get you tapping into this ridiculous mind of mine. So
All right, this is from, I believe this is Lucia Jackson. I hope I said that right. From YouTube. She said, hello, do you have any advice on talking to sellers who are asking the price for the home that is way more than what it's worth? How much past my price should I be willing to negotiate?
I know I heard it, but I ain't getting the question. What is what?
Like how, if somebody that she's dealing with is asking for more than what the house is worth, how much
How to overcome
extra
that?
price should she be willing to negotiate?
Well, what's her name?
I think it's Alicia.
Alicia. Well, it's just simple, baby. Those are the easy one. Now, as far as wholesaling, that's another thing you might can do. But as far as trying to find a good wholesale deal that you can get, you know, cash buyer of investor interested, those are the easy ones to not spend a lot of time on because you all are so far away from where the price needs to be that you know you don't spend a lot of energy on it. But you know that may change. You can maybe follow up with them in a month or so or two, and their situation may have changed and that they now want to sell at a significant discount. But when they're asking full price, it's very difficult to get them down to the number where you want them to be.
All right, this question came in from Instagram. When does the wholesaler accelerator open back up? I just want to go. Do I keep going back and checking on it?
Well, just text me and I'll answer that for you.
All right, this is on TikTok. When punching in your numbers to get the MOA for a wholesale, what percentage do you use?
You're gonna hear. Okay, so what? So he's referring to the formula to determine if you have a deal or not, right? And so there are going to be different ways and opinions on it. And so I can only just tell you how I teach it or whatever, right? So, and because for new people, you got to have something to go by, right? Okay, so normally 70% is a good number to start with. People say with the change in the market, you can go down to 65, 60, or whatever. That's going to vary. So, but 70 normally, you know, you're still going to make something really attractive. And what will happen at some point, once you put enough properties or pursue enough properties, deal with enough cash and buyers in a particular market or city, you're going to know what they're willing to pay. Now, one thing that if you watch this video here, text MLS, it'll give you an idea of what buyers are willing to pay in a particular market. It breaks that down for you on a percentage basis. So that'll tell you a lot. The video actually explains what that means. But normally 70% works in most markets. Obviously, you can do less, you can do more. But, you know, Southern California, the Bay Area, Seattle, maybe obviously New York City, DC area, maybe parts of South Florida, those numbers will go up because the price of real estate in those markets historically increases in value faster than the rest of the country. So that's why investors generally will, in the rent rates, generally will pay more because of the appreciation is faster normally. So, they're willing to take on a more of a risk by paying more. That makes sense.
All right, this is on TikTok. How can I find owners to vacant houses? I think.
How can you find owners of vacant houses? I thought we had, this to do it right here. D4D, driving for dollars. So text D4D to the number, and that particular video there will show you how to locate those individuals.
All right, this one came from Brooklyn Brown on YouTube. She said, "Hey, I wanted to ask, have you ever called I think she means the county clerk? I tried calling a few, but they tell me they don't have any information on code violation houses when I ask, do you have any tips?"
Man, on something like that, so they're asking, have I ever called the county to try to get the code violation list? Is basically what they're asking. What you have to understand is, even though we pay their salaries through our taxes, you're not going to get much customer service from a lot of government workers, right? They don't give a, you know what I'm saying? Shut your mouth. Not saying all, but a lot. So a lot of times to get things done with them, you need to show up. You need to actually go down there. Because a lot of times you may have actually gotten someone on the phone and they don't know, but the issue is they ain't trying to know. So they're just going to tell you, oh, we don't have that. They don't know, but the answer, instead of trying to say, well, let me ask my supervisor or this person or whatever, they've been here for 20 years. Oh, we don't do that. So it's best to go down there and ask or whatever, because you never know who you get on the phone. Customer service is at its lowest form, even though you're paying their salary, right? And so it is what it is. But you go down there, if you're a female, you may want to get a male. You're a male, you may want to get a female, so we go like that. Sometimes that's what's worked for me. I go up there to this particular office I used to go to try to speed things along. I would bring some with me, some donuts or something, or whatever.
That's fair. You got a bribe?
It really wasn't. You call that a bribe? Some donuts, some Krispy Kremes? They was happy to see me.
You knew why you
I thought about the ladies and Mr. Taylor's up here, y'all up front. What's happening? What y'all doing back there? Hey. Yeah, so.
All right.
But let me back up on that. They changed leadership, and that didn't work no more. So I had to get in line just like everybody else. Oh boy. Hey, lady asked me, am I single? Today I am, for sure. What you need?
This is from Aria Jackson. She said, I was just recently blessed to come across a motivated buyer that is selling me 7 homes on my very first wholesale. I already placed each property on contract. Is it possible to find one buyer for all?
Okay. Someone says that their first opportunity, first deal, have a seller with 7 properties, and they have them all under contract, separate contracts, and they want to know, can they find a cash buyer one buyer for all of those properties? Can they find one buyer for 7 properties? And the answer is most definitely. You're going to have a lot of buyers that'll love, if it's a deal, if it's a great deal, they're going to love to take on that. That's building your portfolio a decent size or adding to what you already have going on in one whop. That won't always be the case. Sometimes you may have to split them up if they're in different areas. You may have some buyers that may not be interested in all of them because of location, condition, and so on. But there are going to be a number of buyers out there if it's a great deal to take them all down at once. And hey, there it is. Boom, payday.
So this is a good follow-up question because we're talking about buyers. This one came from Divine One since day one. Okay,
Divine One since day one. That's what's up. Creativity.
She said, when we find a seller, how do you find investors?
Okay, someone is asking, when they find a seller, how do you find investors? This is one method. Text the word buyers with an S to this number, and that will give you some instructions on how to quickly build a buyer's list in most market, leveraging real estate agents. But some of the other methods, you can partner with us. We would love to partner with you. Boom, 5050, and that video will explain. Text it to 205-964-5243. But without that, so now you want to market your deal. You can Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups. Craigslist still works. If you watch the interview with the young lady out of the DMV area, that's how she found her buyer on a $285,000 payday, right? Through Craigslist, posting an ad on Craigslist. You can use signage, like bandit signs, to put out in the area where the property is located. If it's a $400,000 neighborhood and you got signs out say that you got a house for sale at 220,000 cash, you're going to get some attention because investors that invest in that area know what the prices are for houses there. All right, you're going to leverage Google. Just do a search on Google, sell my house fast, and the name of the city. Those first two or three pages of results are going to be wholesalers and or flippers. So you're going to definitely do that and reach out to them. You're going to join your local REA groups, REAI groups, and network there. Should be some players there. All REA groups are not built equally, though. Just understand that. Other wholesalers, you're going to leverage those. They're, see them all over the place for marketing their own deals in Facebook groups, chatting around real estate investment groups, and so on. So I think I've given, we talked about auctions a couple of weeks ago. You want to show up at those and network at those because normally those are cash buyers. They got to have cash within a day or two to put those deals together. So there you go. Boom. That's all I got to say about that.
All right, this is on TikTok. Are you in Alabama?
Birmingham, Alabama, to be exact.
All right.
Spelled with a B.
This is on Instagram. I have a property that's fire damaged. That's about 1,300 square footage. About how much would it cost to repair it?
Okay, so someone has a fire damaged property that's 1,300 square feet, and they're asking me to have a crystal ball and ask them how much would it cost to renovate. It's going to depend on how bad it's burned. It is really difficult for me to tell you without knowing how bad it's burned, but we're going to assume that it's not livable, right? So I normally would say $40 times 1,300. You come up with the whatever that is. But on the fire dams, I probably would go up to $50 per square foot is what I'm trying to say. So I would multiply $50 times what you said, 1,300 square feet on a burnout. Hopefully it's the structures there you can something to build on. Is more smoke damage than okay. So like I said, hopefully most of just smoke damage or whatever. So 65 and repairs. So 65,000 would be a good number on a house of that size.
All right, this is also on Instagram.
There's some other factors that can go into it, but that's a good ballpark.
All right, this person asked, should I stay away from property owned by the state?
Owned by who?
By the state.
Should you stay away from properties that are owned by the state? If you're trying to wholesale, yeah, they're going to make the process difficult to do that unless you have the right type of buyer that's basically just going to give you access to some cash to purchase. Then yeah, but other than that, yeah, they're going to make it difficult in most cases to put a wholesale deal together unless you have the right type of buyer.
All right, this one came from Amanda on YouTube. She said, can you go over the contract on your site?
All right, Amanda, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just saying I can't do it. She was asking on YouTube. I can't do it here because we're live on TikTok and Instagram. But guess what? What's her name? Amanda. Guess what, Amanda? I got you. I go over it. If you text the word contract to this number, I show you how to fill it out for sellers. I show you how to fill it out for cash buyers. On top of that, Amanda, I even show you how to get it signed electronically. So it's all there, my friend. And thanks for joining us, Amanda, from Zimbabwe.
All right. This one came from Shonda. She said, "Hey, good man. There's something that I want to clarify. Um, say I have a seller on the phone. Should I know the comps or the ARV before making the deal, even if they make the offer before asking me to?"
Well, if it's a situation where so Shonda wants to know, should she already know the ARV while she's talking to a seller, right? Basically, that's what she's saying, right? Jessica? Okay. Um, well, it was a situation where you had they called you out of the blue and you were not expecting their call. No, you're not going to know that. So it's going to have to be a second conversation, unless you're just sitting at your laptop and you can figure it out while you're talking to them. But in most cases, you're going to have a second conversation, even if they give you a price. And you're going to have to have a second conversation. Unless you already know the area and know what properties comp for in that area, then no. But that's okay. It's fine. That's fine. All right. So now, if you're calling them back because you may have gotten a voicemail and they left the address or something like that, or they filled out a form on your website or DM'd you or whatever, and you have the address, then yeah, I would recommend being prepared to know where you would probably be on the ARV, and you could probably make the deal happen if it's a deal to be had over the phone right then on that first call, because you already know what your numbers could potentially be, right? Because once you got that ARV, you can figure out the rest based on what they tell you the condition of the property is, if it's livable or not, which that's subjective or whatever. Where you live, I might not live, and vice versa. But we're just gonna go by what they say. You probably already have the square footage in front of you, so now you can just plug in the calculator, the information in my calculators on dealator.com to be able to determine that. So hopefully I answered that in 30 seconds, but I doubt it.
All right. Let's see. This one came from Jamie Grant. She said, or they said, rather, I bought the wholesale program, LSS. I think I found the house I want to submit to you. First time, scared as a mug.
All right. Thank you for your purchase, and yeah, you can go ahead and submit that deal over to us. We would love to work with you. Just text 5050 and follow those instructions there. And hey, taking action, man.
All right.
Mother, can I have some more?
Brown. He said, "Can you wholesale bank-owned properties or double close on them?"
Yeah, Corey Brown wants to know, can you wholesale bank-owned properties, aka foreclosures, right? If you have the right buyer, and what I mean by that, because banks are going to control the entire deal, right? The closing process, which makes it difficult, almost impossible to assign the contract and even double close. But if you have the right buyer that's understood and they're okay with you beating them to that foreclosure, and they're okay with you getting paid, then you can make it work. Otherwise, no, just avoid those.
Right. Let's see. It says, "Hi, Courtman, do you recommend the Meetup app to network on?"
Okay, they're asking, do I recommend the Meetup app? What is that, a Google product? Ken?
The Meetup app.
Everything, you know everything, don't you?
I don't know why.
Oh my God, kid, some self-confidence.
I'm not even on social media.
Okay, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, but I think I'm not familiar with it. I don't think I've ever used it before. Is that the one that someone to Zoom? Why we got to guess here?
We can Google it.
Yeah, Google it and tell us later, Ken. That's you folks already been on your G. On your G.
I guess it's another form of Facebook. Meetup users or people groups to join, start a group.
Oh, it's a Facebook tool.
Well, I don't know. Some saying it kind of sort of is like that.
And well, if the person that asked the question, educate me. Hey, maybe another platform we need to explore. Whoever asked the question, they may have an idea that I hadn't definitely thought about. Now, anyone out there, if you're involved in something that you would love for me to make some money with you, I am interested. No multi-level marketing, no network marketing. And don't call me and say, no, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to know immediately. Just that's what it is. Not saying you can't make money with that. I can't make money with it. That's tried it too many times. Everything ain't for everybody. Anything else, I'm open to listen. I love to learn about new stuff. You want to see me get excited. Yeah, you start talking about some bread and something I ain't never heard of before. I was like, what? Oh, hey, well, you got my full attention. Love it. Yes. Hey, that's part of why I do this. That's the part of why I do this show, Oksana. That's part of why I do the show. I'm, to network with people. That's probably the main reason why I even started doing the August 5th, 2008 reason. The main reason I started. It allows me to have like-minded people all over the country, and we can get this bread together. That's why. So they say, why you get this information away free? That's why. I don't know what you know. I don't know who you know. I can't see what you see. That doesn't make sense. There's enough money out here for everybody. 1,700 times over. I think that's the number I was told. I'm just making that up.
All right. This is from looking around. Also, she said, "What if I'm wholesaling virtually and can I actually go to the county clerk?"
What if you're wholesaling virtually, but you can't go to the county clerk? Welcome to the internet. We have all types of tools there, baby, that'll get you going. Hey, watch this video right here. That's one. That's one video, right? Watch this video right here. La 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 la. What was the cat name on the Smurfs? Oh, you said it too fast.
I love the Smurfs.
No, that ain't what the cat name was.
Gargamel?
It was Azrael.
Oh, Azrael.
Yeah, he got me. That was the creep. That was the villain. That was the villain. Yeah. Text the word list, and this will show you how to build lists of individuals that you can target to find deals. So those are just two methods right there. What was her name? Jessica? BK Brown. What's happening? I ain't have a lot of energy before I start, but y'all got me going good. Okay, we in here.
All right, this is on TikTok. Is wholesaling land a similar process to doing housing?
Similar once you have a selling buyer in place. Similar that you need a great deal, but the evaluation process can be more difficult. Not always, but more difficult. That's where the I don't know if it's even a holdup. Yeah, y'all gonna have to get in front. It's real loud. I'm sorry, y'all gonna have to get in front of the fan for a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel okay. I'm up. Hey, if Ken called it is almost HELL in here. Yeah. Okay. Miss Ashby.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey.
where are you live streaming from?
Hey, how are you? I was sort of trying to text with my readers on. I'm in Kansas City, my love.
Okay, let's establish this. Are you in Kansas? There it is. Are you in Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas?
Well, I love that question, but technically I'm on the Mo side right now. I grew up on the Kansas side, but I live downtown in a really cool area. I went urban since the kiddos are both in college. I decided to do a little urban action.
Oh, is that Missouri or Kansas?
So yes, sorry, yeah. So that's in Missouri.
Okay, all right. There you go. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What you got? What you got? What you got?
Thank you for bringing me up on stage. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everything you bring to the table. I had a question. I was texting it about other wholesalers that are sending me information, and some of them will look good, but it seems like there's a lot of chefs in the kitchen, and I was just wondering how that works and what your thoughts are on that, because I love going straight to the sellers, but some of these look like good deals, but it can get a little messy. So, and I'm sorry if it's not more of a specific question, but
No,
I think,
that's a really that all questions are good
okay,
questions, but yours is a great question.
okay,
All right.
thank you.
So one of the largest operations, if not the still largest, I think, operations in this business. My guys over at Keegley, Jamil, what up? That's the core of their business is wholesaling other wholesalers' properties. Now, it can be a situation where sometimes you'll see these posts, and the person that made the post, which is a wholesaler, they're two people from the seller.
Right.
Now when it's that, it makes it more difficult. Not impossible, but it makes it more difficult. So whenever you're dealing with these individuals, just ask them the question: is are you on the contract with the seller? And if you get this response, no, but my partner is.
Right.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
Right. So that's a simple
I love
good answer.
I love the partner push off, but to your point, and I love what you're saying there, but I do have a very good relationship with one gentleman, and he has a partner, and they are sending me some amazing stuff in Atlanta and Alabama. And I've done some research. I can dig down and I can see who the actual, owners are. And we're like Kevin Bacon, right? We're only one removed. So, sorry if you don't understand that. There's a movie, everyone's 7 degrees.
You talking about the unusual suspect?
It's everyone's Kevin Bacon came up with this thing where he goes, everyone's only 7 removed from Kevin Bacon. So if you went and figured out who knew, like everyone actually is related to Kevin Bacon in some way. So it became a funny little story. It became like a little game. Woo! But lest I digress. But my point is that these guys appear to they have contracts with the seller, or at the very most they're two degrees away. But
Okay.
we're dealing with some really good products, and I've siphoned through or sifted through a lot of it. And I'm like, okay, this might be worth the hassle. And I just wondered what your thoughts were, but I think you answered that. But I wanted to let everyone else know how it can get a little muddy.
Yeah, if you're comfortable with who you're dealing with, roll with it. Put the time into it. Yeah,
Okay.
most definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
definitely.
I've so enjoyed your content, and you're so genuine and so awesome. And sorry, guys, I just got done working out, so usually I look a little, I don't look like
Oh no,
this.
you're fine. You're fine. I appreciate you.
Thank you
You've
so
joined
much.
us from
I
Kansas.
enjoyed it.
What's the weather like there today?
It's beautiful. It's a little bit overcast and like 85 degrees and probably 20% humidity. Digging it.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But I'll send you some Alabama stuff if I get it straight, straight to the owners. So
Okay,
if you still want some Bama and some Atlanta stuff, I've got boots on the ground in Atlanta.
Well, yeah. We do stuff all over, but we're here in Birmingham, so yeah, send it over. Let's get it.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem at all, Jeanette. Great meeting you.
Appreciate you. You as well.
All righty. I need to see my barber. I need to go see my barber. Y'all don't see all that fuzz.
All right. This one said, I've tried so many times to get on board with your hands-on partnership training, but I always fall short usually. What kind of advice could you give?
Just text me and I'll show you how that goes.
All right, this one came from David Carter. He said, what's the best way to wholesale probate?
What's the best way to wholesale probate? Well, the main thing is that you have to make that connect with the seller. That deal where Jazz from the DMV made that two almost $300K. That was a probate situation or whatever. So gotta have some patience, and not always, but Gotta have some patience, and it also depends on how immediate you reach out to them. You have to be sensitive to, hey, a loved one is just passed, assuming it's a loved one, and you have to be sensitive to that situation or whatever. A lot of times, just calling to introduce yourself to see if you can offer any services, and meaning like you may want to network with someone that does lawn care, someone that does repairs, or a contractor or something, someone that does, I don't know. Maybe even a real estate agent, because they may just want to list the property or whatever. Um, whatever ancillary services that are needed for a house, right? You may have you may recommend a probate attorney or whatever. So you may obviously make those network connections if you're going to go in that lane of probate. And a good video, if you go and do flip man and probate, it's going to be a couple of videos that I had with my folks over at All the Leads. ATL, and they really explain how that actually works. So, but yeah, so that's what I would recommend watching that video, because my man Chris really breaks it down on how you pursue how to handle probate situations. Kenny.
All right, this is on Instagram. They said, "Hey Ty, question. There's a house that has been on the market for over 150 days. The house needs work. They're asking for 485,000. I guess how would you go about dealing with this? And it's in
You said it's been on the market over 450 days.
150.
Oh, 100. 150 days. All right. Well, it's still just going to boil down to numbers. You need to determine based on the condition of the property. From what you can see, I'm assuming they have photos of it, and what you determine the ARV is, and you're going to make your offer from there. Now, of course, you're dealing with an agent, so that's a different process. But yeah, that's it's still going to boil down to the numbers, and you make your offer. Be prepared to have proof of funds. Be prepared to have the $1,000 or so earnest money deposit, which is negotiable, but that's what they're expecting. And you move from there. Now, we'll look into those also. Videos that they're talking about listed properties need to check out, or just text MLS to the number 205-964-5243.
All right, somebody want to know how much is your training?
Well, if you're just talking about how much is the training course, if you're just talking about the actual training itself, it starts out, I think, at around $5, and it just goes up from there to around about 200 or whatever. So it's a few upsells. Yeah, what it is. But in reality, everything is free right here. Please, and it shouldn't bother me because my number is out there, but whenever someone reaches out to me and said, I paid for your product and blah, blah, but everything is free online, that means you made a purchase without doing your homework. Because I say it over and over again that everything is free. Now, I appreciate anyone that spends money with me because it will speed up the process, right? But in reality, just like we were talking, I started this channel back in August 5th of 2008. I can't put a course together that's going to compete with that much content. Now, I can put a course together to streamline the understanding of it, but that much content, you're talking about hours and hours of free information as far as how to do this. Not saying you got to watch all 800 plus videos or whatever, not even close. You'll probably, and that's going to be relative to the individual. Some people will literally get this after watching 3 or 4 videos. And some people watch 300 and don't get it. Ain't nothing I can do about that or whatever, because everybody learns different. The way I teach, it resonates with some people immediately, and the way I teach some, hey, you sound like an idiot or whatever. So I ain't nothing I can do about that. I am what I am.
All right. This one came from Sheila Wu. I don't know the thing on the screen, but she said, I'm receiving text messages of houses with the asking price and the ARV. Should I be doing something with this information because I don't know what to do? I'm not sure who the texting is from.
Oh, well, Sheila, she says she's receiving some text messages with deals, basically. Somehow you've been added to a list, maybe some group or some you've joined or some you had to submit your phone number. Well, that's a perfect opportunity for no one you continue I hadn't even showed them this one. You, continue to watch my videos, starting with this one. This playlist set of videos is going to get you going in the right direction. Takes VIP. That's more of a step-by-step process based on the videos that I handpicked to hopefully speed up your learning process. So it doesn't sound like you're prepared to really pursue any of those, but that's okay. You'll get there. You just have to just put the time in to educate yourself, and you'll know when you see those opportunities, you know, how to research them to determine if they are actual opportunities that you pursue, whether you're receiving it by a text message or whatever. So.
All right, this one came from TikTok. I finally drove for dollars, but I'm having trouble skip tracing. What should they do?
They're having trouble skip tracing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, there's some free options out there. Just Google real estate owner phone numbers or find someone's phone number, whatever. Gonna be some free options out there. If you text the word, I hate to do that because I don't have it set up. So if you go to YouTube and do a search for Flip Man and skip tracing, you'll see a couple of videos I have on it. So.
All right, it's commercial. This is on Instagram. Is commercial wholesaling the same process as residential?
When you got a seller and buyer in place, yes. Yeah, you know, it's the same, but getting to that end game, no, because the evaluation of commercial properties is totally different from houses. And then you have different types of commercial properties, whereas you have just houses, you just have houses. You may have townhouses, condos, but it's still a single family dwelling and they're treated the same. You're just going to compare likes to likes. Really doesn't work that way with commercial.
All right, I'm going to add this person to do.
Mr. Green, is it yours frozen? You may do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Green.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, my man?
It's going good. Finally good to meet the man of the hour in person.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Good. Well, first of all, I've been watching your ad on YouTube for like about 4 months. And I said, you know what? I was in real estate for a split second back in 2015. And then life happened and I stopped. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give this man a try and see if he can help me get back on track. And I've been watching the videos and learning the system. And I put up 2 bandit signs the other day, one around Walmart and the other on the main highway. Hopefully get some calls from him. What's the message?
Okay. All right.
Yes,
well, yeah. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I saw a property. Well, it's 2 properties I've seen. One, they both on Zillow. One for 115,000. The other one is for 475,000.
Mm.
So, how would you approach those? Do I hit up the realtor who's probably with these properties, or see is it still on the market? How would you approach that?
Okay. Well, so these were properties that you found driving for dollars.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if they're already listed, then the next step is if you're going to pursue those, then you have to run your numbers. You have to know what the ARV is, condition to determine some type of repair cost, and use my deal calculator to spit out a number where your offer should be. Just understand if you're going to deal with real estate agents, there's a different process versus dealing with an actual owner. An agent, they're generally going to want at least $1,000 earnest money. That's negotiable, but that's what they're probably expecting, depending on the price range of the houses. And then they're going to want proof that you can pay for it, aka proof of funds. All right. So if you can jump through those hurdles, then you get your offer accepted, then you move forward, which they're going to see your contract. But it just a little different animal dealing with an agent. So you're going to probably have to negotiate your way into them being deals, if all possible. But with most real estate, just understand people are going to want to sell for what they want to sell for, and it may be a lot more than what makes sense for you. So one of your favorite words are going to become next, because you will say a lot of that based on wholesaling now.
Yes, sir. Also, the contract that you was giving us, is that the contract we would use for homeowners when we're trying to conduct a deal with them and cash buyers, pretty much?
Well, if you're dealing with a real estate agent now, they're only going to use the contract that's approved by the board of realtors for whatever market they're in. Just dealing with regular Joe Blow, that contract works fine. Some cash buyers, they'll use it. Some will have their own contract that they prefer to use.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, those are pretty much the questions I had. So I use this knowledge that I gained today. If I'm able to land a deal, you'll be the first to know.
All right. Let us know, Mr. Green. Let us know.
Oh, yeah. This is Michael Graham, by the way, who's
okay.
been trying to text me.
Yeah, they got green on the screen here. Okay.
Yeah, that's my Google name. But yeah, this is Michael Graham.
All right, Mr. Graham. That's what's happening.
Yes, sir. Nice to see you, sir.
All right, same here. Great to meet you.
All right.
All right, my man. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead with the topic today. Today's topic, can you wholesale pretty houses too also? All right, so a lot of times people get great deals on properties because the property does need renovations. And that may be the primary reason why the seller may want to sell cheap enough for it to make sense for you to do our thing, which is wholesaling. All right, so but if it was a pretty house and I don't know, they're going through a foreclosure situation and the numbers work, it doesn't matter. The numbers just have to work. It's just a lot of times the houses that you get your hands on are not quote unquote pretty versus some of the ugly houses as far as the way they look or whatever. But in reality, what you're actually targeting are motivated sellers, and why they're selling is irrelevant if they're going to give you the price that works for you. And my definition of motivated seller is that they're giving the price that works for you. They can say they're motivated, but the price negotiated, it shows that they're motivated. All right. So, but to answer the question, most definitely can wholesale pretty houses too, if the numbers work. It's all about the numbers. It just means it's just going to be less repairs. It's really that simple. So boom. So we've been rolling pretty hard, guys. What am I about to say? So if you didn't get your question answered, make sure you post it in the comment section of any video, and I answer those on a daily basis. We're on live on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest. No, we're not live on Pinterest, are we? But we're there. Yes, we are. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, we got stuff going on up there. So remember the times. Monday through Wednesday, 3:45-ish p.m. Thursdays, 8:05 p.m. Eastern. We'll get that time corrected. Remember VIP. That's your playlist to get your step-by-step courses going. So, Oh, okay. So, with nothing else being said, guys, we'll see you on the FLIPSIDE.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your